Hello and welcome back to Digimon World Next Order. We're now on episode 3, and in the last episode we just got Patamon to the city, we got our rookies, and today we're going to be exploring Nigh Planes proper. Now we're not going to be doing a lot in Nigh Planes. If anything, we're going to be using this opportunity to get some victories by fighting a bunch of Goblimon that are floating around the area. And on top of that, we're also going to be taking advantage by getting some minerals, even though we're not going to be getting a lot of materials at this moment in time because our Digimon stamina isn't that great. And on top of that, obviously claiming a lot of fruit, a lot of stalks, and basically food in general, because food is going to be incredibly important, especially the kind of food we're going to find in the plains. Because in the plains alone, you can find mushrooms, you can find fruit, you can find grass, which I will explain about when we get all the individual ones. And on top of that, you can fish, but we won't be able to fish for quite some time until we get a very specific Digimon into our city. It won't take too long, mind you, but we won't be able to fish just yet. Now we're about to have a tutorial battle against one of the Goblimon, and we're going to absolutely wreck its face. Let's have a look at how we do against him. So this is where you're given the tutorial as to how to use items in battle. And using items in battle is extremely handy, because not just is it easy for you to choose an item and either give it to both one or the other, it's also very handy because it completely pauses everything and you don't have a timer ticking down saying until everything kicks back up again. So effectively, if you need to walk away for a bit and if you just want to pause it, this may be a valuable route, especially if you just want to heal someone when you come back in later on. So it's incredibly handy. So as you're going to see here, we are going to absolutely smash this Goblimon in the face, and that's pretty much what we're going to be doing in this area. We're going to be beating up a lot of different Goblimon, and whilst we're at it, claiming a lot of different items. When we get those items, I'm going to be talking about why I like them and why you should be collecting them as well. So I'll be back in just a moment. So what you can find here, if you turn left on the bridge and go up a little bit, you can find some salty fruit. Now the salty fruit I find very interesting. It's a food item that basically helps lower your Digimon's discipline. And it's pretty much essential for if you need really low discipline on your Digimon. Especially when you get to the later levels when certain Digimon may even need 9 or lower discipline in order to Digivolve into their respective ultimate or even mega level. So you're going to need an abundance of these as we keep going forward. So keep your eyes out. Any of the fruit items lower discipline, but some will also raise particular stats, or they may even be your Digimon's favourite, so keep an eye out.
Yeah, good.
Over here is Tentamon. Now we can get Tentamon over to the city and he's very important.
I haven't seen you around these parts. Hey, wait a minute. Are you one of those humans? Boy, howdy. It must have been fate that brought us together. I've got something to tell you, in fact. So, what do you think? Have I piqued your interest? Or you want I should pick your nose instead? Alright, I could tell you you're a sharp one. Now then, check out this bad boy. Ta-da! A recovery disc. Just what every tamer needs. I can let it go now for a paltry sum of 100 bit. So, what do you think? Really? No fooling? Well then, pleasure doing business with your partner. Thanks to you, I could finally open my item shop. I'll have more deals down the line, so give me a holler in town. Peace out, hombre!
And Tentamon joins the city. Yeah, with Tentamon it's very straightforward. All you need to do is pay 100 bits for that recovery disc so that he goes straight to the city. If you use any of the other options, it delays him until he comes back, and you basically have to say yes to paying that 100 bits. It's not too hard though. Now there is normally a food item around here. There it is. This is the scratchy grass. Scratchy grass I'm not much of a fan of. It lowers your weight by 2 instead of 1 as what mushrooms does, but it also lowers your happiness. So if you're worried about your Digimon's bonds or their happiness in general, this will lower it. You may want that to happen for Digivolutions, but for our sake, not so much. Hey look, another Digimon.
You guys have come at a good time. I need your help with something. I'm looking for fertilizer to help me make some tasty meat, but I'm having a little trouble. That's where you come in. Awesome! Thanks, you're the best! Bring me a cheerful apple, a Digistalk, and a salty fruit when you find them. Got it? I'll be waiting.
So with Palmon it's as simple as that. You just need to get her a series of items and bring them back. And they're very easy to find. Basically if you just walk around this little bit of a plains, you'll find the cheerful apple, the Digistalk, and the salty fruit very easily. This does mean you will go -1 on all of them, but they respawn so often that you will not need to worry. This is me just organising my inventory, showing you that I do have all of them. The cheerful apple, 6 Digistalks, and a salty fruit. So let's do the deal.
Welcome back. Did you find the items I need as fertilizer? Oh sweet! You bought all 3 of them! Thanks a bunch! Just what I need for my fertilizer. Alright, time to make a delicious fruit!
And Palmon joined the city. Now Palmon is a very good Digimon to get this early on. Very simple as Palmon will go back to the city and increase the amount of allotted meat that you can get a day. So instead of having 5, we can now get 8. And that's a really big difference, trust me. Later on, Palmon will play another role when it comes to meat, and when we expand the city a little bit. Some of you may know what I'm already on about. And there is another Digimon on top of the hill over here, but I'm not too worried about getting that Digimon so far. We'll check it out, but we can't even really get the Digimon back to the city. I'll grab this Digistalk, and I'll grab this fruit that's up here. It is Biomon, but there is literally no point to talking with Biomon. Biomon will not shift unless you know a Digimon that knows how to fly, and because basically Biomon is looking for some flying lessons. So you can't really help out here because you don't really know a Digimon that can fly and help Biomon out, but later on you might just find one. Now when you go back to the city, Digimon will immediately call you back into his house. From here he'll tell you what those Digimon are now doing for you brought back to the city. Some will open up new facilities, some will improve former facilities, and some actually don't have many options. So in this case, Patamon has decided to open up a storage hole for us to keep all of our lovely gear in. Tentamon has opened up a shop, and Palmon is assisting the fields. So in a nutshell, after helping those 3 Digimon get back over to the town, we have made it so that we now have more meat that we can get on a daily basis. We have a brand new item shop that we can explore and get new items with if we are in need of emergency based items. And we can also store items we don't need for later with Patamon. It's fantastic, it's great, and it's very straightforward. Next time on Digimon World Next Order, as we are going to cut the video here, I'm going to be training up a little bit, and when we return, we're going to be doing some more stuff. This time, working towards becoming the champion. Until next time guys, I'll be seeing you then. Stay explosive, and I'll see you later.